Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to continue with our last game in our Sweet 16, the final ticket to be punched to the Elite Eight, and we have the number 9 New York Yankees and the number 8 Cincinnati Reds, and we're using Strat-O-Matic baseball, and this is our 1968 one-and-done playoff tournament, and I will be managing the New York Yankees. I'm looking forward to it. Interesting players, a lot of good players still on that team, though aging. The PC and Strat-O-Matic engine will be managing the Cincinnati Reds. A lot of good players on that team, too. It should be a fun one here in Cincinnati. For the right to go to the Elite Eight, the final ticket will be punched. And once again, this is our Strat-O-Matic 1968 one-and-done tournament. Yankees number 9 seed versus the Cincinnati Reds number 8 seed. Yankees, Reds, winner, Elite Eight. Let's get to the lineups and the roll of the first pitch. Hope everyone's doing well out there. We just finished our first game of the doubleheader, Red Sox and Braves. Check that out after this if you'd like. Let's go to the starting lineups. Batting first for the New York Yankees, playing left field, Roy White, 267, 17 home runs, 62 ribbies. Batting second, playing second base, Horace Clarke, 230, 2 home runs, 26 ribbies. Batting third, playing center field, Joe Pepitone, 245, 15 home runs, 56 runners driven in. Batting fourth, Mickey Mantle. He's playing first base, 237, 18 homers, 54 runs batted in. Can he turn back the hands of time? We shall see. Batting fifth, playing right field, Andy Cosco, 240, 15 round trippers, 59 ribbies. Batting sixth, the shortstop Tom Tresh, 195, 11 home runs, 52 RBI. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Jake Gibbs, 213, 3 homers, 29 ribbies. Batting eighth, playing third base, Bobby Cox, future manager of the Atlanta Braves, 229, 7 homers, 41 ribbies. Batting ninth on the mound, Mel Stottlemyre, 21 and 12, 2.54 earned run average in 36 starts, 140 strikeouts, 65 walks. Gave up 21 gopher balls. On the hill for the Cincinnati Reds of 1968, Gary Nolan, 9 and 4 with a 2.40 earned run average in 22 starts. He struck out 111, walked 49. In the chat, we have Clinton Parks. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. As Clinton says, for any of you watching this, when you are done, I have uploaded May 21st, 1965 game between the Chicago White Sox and the California Angels at Chavez Ravine. Take me out to the ball game. It's worth a view. So check that out on another wonderful channel in our community, Clinton Parks, National Pastime 3. You can go now or stay and watch my game and go later. Either way, check it out. Always support our friends. The FOC is in the house, and we are one big, happy, dysfunctional family. Johnny Bench is behind the plate. Mays at first. Helms is at second. Cardenas is at short. Tony Perez is playing third. Johnson's in left with a poor arm of a +2. Pinson is in center with a -1 arm. And Pete Rose is in right with a -2 arm. So Rory White will lead it off for the New York Yankees. Herb Pilgrim, back in the chat. How are you, my friend? Herb Pilgrim, you did a wonderful job in chat with Al with your great Star Wars questions. I enjoyed that immensely. We got to do that again. That was a lot of fun. So thank you, Herb, for showing up. All righty. Ready for the first pitch. I will be managing the New York Yankees. Strat-O-Matic will be managing the Cincinnati Reds. Let's make sure we have the game preferences correct, and we do. Roy White looking for the 1-4 column. Gary Nolan gets the sign from bench. Here's the pitch to White, and it is a 4-6 to Roy White. A column of choice. 4-6. And the ball game is on its way. And Roy White can start things off real big here. 1 through 17, he gets a 10. It's going to be a leadoff double for Roy White. Good job by Roy White. So White doubles over the head of Pinson to left center. And we could try to go for 3. Wow, 70% chance we're going for it. Need a low dice roll here as a relay throw from Cardenas will go to third. It's a 5 and a leadoff triple for Roy White. The Yankees are in business here with no outs. White is at third, and here comes Horace Clarke. He is a C bunter. We just want him to hit the ball out of the infield, and we should score a run here. White, an excellent base runner, 1 through 16. Clarke looking for the 3-4 column, left-handed batter. The right-hander, Gary Nolan, on the mound. The windup and the pitch to Horace Clarke. Speak it English, Al. And it is a 4-11, and it's a column of choice for Clarke. 4-11. Will he knock in White from third? And the Yankees can take an early lead here. Ground ball to Helms at second. He throws to May. The run scores. 1-0 Yankees. As Clarke gets the RBI on the ground out. And I'll bring up Joe Pepitone with 1 out. Left-handed batter. He had 15 home runs in 68 with .245 batting average. Pepitone awaits the Nolan offering. Here's the pitch to Joe Pepitone. And Nolan deals Pep a 2-10. Column of choice for Joe Pepitone, 2-10. Yankees jumping quickly on Nolan. And Pepitone drives this ball deep. And that's a 12. That's by birdie. Joe Pepitone touch them all. That is a solo blast off Gary Nolan. And it's 2-0 Yankees. As that ball is driven to right field, up, and away like a beautiful balloon. Gone! As our good friend Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming would say, that is an HR puffin' stuff. So 2-0, 1 out. Here comes Mickey Mantle. Can they go back-to-back jack? Mickey Mantle coming toward end of his career. Playing first base, switch hitter, batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Gary Nolan. Here's the pitch to Mantle, and Nolan deals Mantle 3-5. So it's a 5-10 off the Nolan card. 5-10 to Mickey Mantle. And that's a fly ball out to Pete Rose. Rose racing back at the track, makes the catch. 2 down. So 2 outs, base is empty for Andy Cosco. Cosco looking for the 3-4 column, right-handed batter. Bench sets a target. Here's the pitch to Cosco. And it is a 3-7 to Cosco. Column of choice. Can he keep the inning alive? 3-7 to Andy Cosco off Gary Nolan. That's a single pass to dive of Tony Perez into left. Inning stays alive for Tom Tresh. Tresh struggled in 68, 195 batting average. He did have 11 home runs. Hello, Ken Castro in the chat as he says, let's go Reds. Clinton Parks calls me a traitor as I'm managing my beloved New York Yankees right now. Any team I manage is my beloved team. Well, not beloved, but it's the team I'm managing and rooting for. Here's the pitch for Tresh. 4-3 he's looking for. He gets instead a 6-7. He'll be off the Gary Nolan card. 6-7 7, 2 outs. Costco at first, off on contact, and that's a fly ball to center. Pinson coming in, and he makes the catch, side retired, but the Yankees strike for 2 runs, the second being the blast from Joe Pepitone. We go to the bottom of the first, 2-0 New York. And let's go to the Cincinnati Reds lineup. Leading off, playing right field, all-time hits leader Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, 335, 10 homers, 49 ribbies. Batting second, the left fielder Alex Johnson, 312, 2 homers, 58 ribbies. Batting third, the center fielder Vada Pinson, 271, 5 homers, 48 ribbies. The cleanup batter playing third, Tony Perez, 282, 18 home runs, 92 RBI. Batting fifth, Johnny Bench, 275, 15 homers, 82 RBIs. Those first 5 hitters, you're the pitcher, my buttocks, they did pretty good. No year the pitcher for those guys. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Lee May, 290, 22 homers, and 80 RBI. It's a tough team here. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Tommy Helms, would go on to play for the Red Sox in the mid-70s. 288, 2 home runs, 47 ribbies. No year the pitcher for this starting lineup. And batting eighth, the shortstop, Leo Cardenas, 235, 7 homers, 241. On the mound, Gary Nolan, and he's batting ninth. On the hill, spotted a 2-run lead, Mel Stoudemire, and he was 21-12, 2.45 earned run average in 36 starts, striking out 140, walking 65, giving up 21 gopher balls, as I stated earlier. Gibbs is behind the plate with a -2 arm. Mickey Mantle's at first. Horace Clark at second. Tom Tresh at short. Bobby Cox at third. Roy White's out in left with a poor arm of a +2. Pepitone with a poor arm in center, +1. And Costco with a neutral arm of a 0 in right. As Herb Pilgrim with the Upside Down World says, did I hear Al just say something about his beloved Yankees? And here's Pete Rose, left switch hitter, batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Stoudemire, looking for the 1-4 column. The windup and the pitch from Stoudemire to Rose, and he gets the 1. It is a 1-7 to Pete Rose, 1-7. Can he get things started off right here for the Reds in the bottom of the first? And he will. He'll have a base hit. And that's a 19, so it'll be a leadoff single for Charlie Hustle. So Rose singles. Tying run comes to plate, and Alex Johnson. Johnson only had 2 home runs, though. Mantle is playing behind Rose, it looks like. We'll keep it at that. Actually, he's playing in, excuse me. Mantle playing in, as he'll bounce off the bag quickly and charge once the pitch. Cox in at third. Johnson a C bunter. Here's the pitch to Johnson from Stoudemire. And Stoudemire deals Johnson a 3-7 off the Johnson card. Not a column of choice, though. 3-7. Ground ball to Tresh. Over to Clark. On to Mantle. 6-4 to 3 double play. 2 away. Pitcher's best friend. Clinton Park says, what a mouth on Al. He needs to be washed out with soap. Ken Castro, LOL, as they cannot take it that I am managing the New York Yankees. You do what you gotta do. How can't you not like Mickey Mantle? Come on. Here comes Vada Pinson. Pinson looking for the 2-4 column, left-handed batter. Gibbs sets the target. Here's the pitch to Vada Pinson. And it is a 6-7 to Pinson off the Stoudemire card. 6-7. A lot of 7s we roll in this game. Fly ball out to party boy Joe Pepitone in center. And he makes the catch, side retired. We go to the top of the second, 2-0 Yankees. Due up Gibbs, Cox, and Strat-O-Matic. Jake Gibbs looking for the 4-1. Oops. Looking for the 4-1 column. Left-handed batting catcher. Gary Nolan hoping for a better top of the second than top of the first. Here's the pitch to Jakey Gibbs. And Gibbs has a 5-4 off the Gary Nolan card. 5-4. Will Nolan show him the door? Ground ball to Tony Perez at third. And that is a 20. Perez makes the diving stop, pops up, and throws low to first. The error check is a 6, and it will get by. It will get by Lee May. So Gibbs is on the E5, an error on the throw by Tony Perez. Great diving stop, but a poor throw in the dirt that Lee May could not scoop out. Corners move in for Bobby Cox. Perez in at third. May will bounce off the bag after holding Gibbs. Bench with a -3 arm. Bobby Cox is a C bunter, D hit and run. Strat-O-Matic on deck. You were going to swing away. What did Cox hit? 229. We're swinging away, though. I'm feeling good about this. Cox looking for the 4-2. Instead, he gets a 3-9. 3-9 off the Bobby Cox card. 3-9. Reds would love to turn 2. And they will. Ground ball to Cardenas. Over to Helms on to May. Error is erased. 2 outs. Base is empty for Mel Strat-O-Matic as Tony Perez breathes a sigh of relief at third base. Strat-O-Matic digs in. He awaits the Nolan offering. Here's the pitch. And Nolan deals his counterpart, Mel Strat-O-Matic, a 4-7 off the Gary Nolan card, 4-7. And he walked him. You don't want to walk the number 9 batter, the pitcher. Inning stays alive for Roy White, 1-for-1 with a triple, and he scored a run. Strat-O-Matic will be off on contact. Righty-lefty matchup as White, the switch hitter, batting left-handed off the right-handed throwing Gary Nolan. Nolan takes a quick peek to first, now looks in at Bench, nods his head. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Roy White. Can he do it again? He tripled his first time. It is a 110. Column of choice for White once again, 110. And he drives this ball deep. And gone! Roy White hits a 2-run homer, as that's a 9. And the Yankees lead 4-0. As he crushes that ball to right, Pete Rose races back, looks up, and another bye-bye birdie. Up, up and away, like a beautiful balloon. Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, ba. He can fly! 4-0 Yankees! And here's Horace Clarke, 0-for-1. He grounded out to second, did get an RBI on that. So a clutch 2-out homer. The walk comes back to haunt Gary Nolan. Here's the pitch to Clarke, looking for the 3-4. Instead, he gets a 5-6 off the Gary Nolan card, 5-6. And he pops it up towards second base. Helms on the outfield grass, makes the catch, side retired. But once again, the Yankees strike for 2 on the 2-run blast by Roy White, 4-0 New York. We go to the bottom of the second. Due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Perez, Bench, and May. They could get back in this game in a hurry with those big bats. Tony Perez looking for the 3-1 column. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign from Gibbs. Here's the pitch to Perez, a future Red Sox in the early 80s. And that is a 4-7. My God, we do roll a lot of 7s. 4-7 off the Mel Strat-O-Matic card. And that will be a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 away. Johnny Bench steps to the plate. 15 home runs in 68. He's looking for the 1-4, right-handed power bat. Here's the pitch to the Reds catcher. And Johnny gets a 3-3 off his card. What will it be? We shall see on the 3-3. And that's a ground ball to Mantle. He'll flip to Strat-O-Matic covering the bag for the second out of the inning. 2 outs, no one on for Lee May. First baseman had 22 home runs to go with a .290 batting average in 68. Strat-O-Matic takes a deep breath. Gibbs wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to May. And it is a 6-6 to Lee May off the Strat-O-Matic card. Can the Yanks get a 1-2-3 inning here? Ground ball to Tresh. He knocks it down, picks it up, fires to Mantle. Side retired. We go to the top of the third, 4-0. Yankees, and there's that man, the party boy, Joe Pepitone. Pepitone homered his first time up to right. Left-handed power stick. Nolan hoping for better results this time around against Joe Pepitone. Here's the pitch to Pepitone. And Gary Nolan deals Pepitone a 5-8. 5-8 off the Gary Nolan card. Ground ball to Tommy Helms at second. And that's a 5. Helms will make a dive for it. We don't know if he's getting it, though. Error check if he does get to it in the throw. And that is a 4. No error. Does Joe Pepitone get his second hit? Helms ranging to his right. He takes a dive from his knees. He throws, and they just get Joe Pepitone. Nice play all the way around. Tommy Helms with the dive and the throw, and May with a great scoop job out of the dirt. So 1 out, no one on for Mickey Mantle. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Mantle. Nolan deals Mickey Mantle a 6-5 off the Gary Nolan card. 6-5. And Mantle, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mantle just a shell of his former self. So 2 outs, base is empty for Andy Costco. Remember, do you have your Costco card? He's 1 for 1. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Costco. Gary Nolan deals Costco a 4-7, another 7. And it's a column of choice for Costco, 4-7. Will his Costco card come through? Well, it does. He walks, keeps the inning alive. For Tom Tresh, who's 0 for 1, left-handed batter, Costco will be off on contact with 2 outs, 1 through 11 base runner. Johnny Bench, wiggle. Oh, here's the pitch. The ball gets by Bench, and Costco moves up to second base. Wild pitch by Gary Nolan. Bench not too happy. He crossed Johnny Bench up. Goes out to have a word with Nolan. Reds down 4-0. Another runner in scoring position at second base. 2 outs, top of the third. Here's the pitch to Tresh. And Tresh gets a 5-6 from Gary Nolan. 5-6. Costco off on contact. And that's a pop-up. He got jammed. Second base. Helms calling for it. Makes the catch. Side retired. Finally, Nolan puts up a goose egg against the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 New York. Due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Helms, Cardenas, and Gary Nolan. Let's go to the chat. Clinton Park says, your enthusiasm is sickening. I'd rather lick my cat's ass than manage the Yankees in a computer manager scenario. No choice in National Pastime 3, but I play fair in all games, as everyone knows. Clinton sounds like a bitter Yankee, a bitter Red Sox fan. I'm wearing my Bucky Dent t-shirt also. All right, here's the pitch to Tommy Helms. He's looking for the 1-2. Strat-O-Matic rocks and fires. Strat-O-Matic, I'm going to mess that name up 4,000 times. And it is a 4-2 off the Mel Stottlemyre card. 4-2. And that's a ground ball to Bobby Cox. Over to Mickey Mantle, 1 away. Now bring up the weak hitting shortstop, Leo Cardenas, only batted .235. He's a B bunter. I don't think he's bunting with the pitcher on deck. He's not. Here's the pitch to Cardenas, and it is a 5-6. 5-6 to Cardenas off the Mel Stottlemyre card. 5-6. And he'll lift that ball out to center. And Joe Pepitone's there. And Pepitone makes a basket catch. Oh, boy, is he rubbing it in the Reds' face. And that's 2 down. As Pepitone throws it back in with a smile. So 2 outs, base is empty, and Mel Stottlemyre will face his counterpart, Gary Nolan. And he hopes not to walk his counterpart as Nolan did him. Here's the pitch to Gary Nolan from Stottlemyre, and it is a 2-10. A 2-10 to Gary Nolan. 2 outs, no one on. And Gary Nolan does one better. He singles up the middle. Keeps the inning alive for Pete Rose. Oh, boy. Could the Reds be mounting a comeback? As Tribes fans entered the chat, good evening to you, my good friend. Thank you for showing up. Rose 1 for 1. He singled in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. And Stottlemyre deals Rose a 1-3. Again, column of choice for Pete Rose. 1-3. Will he go 2 for 2? He won't, but it's a walk. Inning stays alive. As Stottlemyre, a single to the pitcher and a walk to Rose. And here's Alex Johnson. He's 0 for 1. And Veda Pinson represents a tying run on deck. Here's the pitch to Johnson. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners off on contact. And Johnson is dealt a 6-9 from Stottlemyre. Off the Stottlemyre card. Can he get out of this jam? 6-9. He will not. And that's a single to center. And they're going to wave Nolan around, but we will keep the dub. We'll keep the force in order. 1 through 14. Pepitone has a +1 arm. There's 2 outs. So I need a 15 or better. 70%. So I only have a 30% chance of getting him out. But if I get him out, I can make Joe Pepitone give the finger to the Reds crowd. I won't do that. Actually, you could wave to the Reds crowd. You know, I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky. We're going to throw to the plate. Pepitone unleashes to the plate. And it's a... nuts. It's a 14. He's safe. As he just slides in ahead of the tag. And it's a 4-1 ball game as Pepitone jumps up in the air. Gibbs thought they had him, but the man in blue said safe. Oh, how great it would have been if it was a 15. So 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, and Veda Pinson comes to the plate. It's 1 swing of the bat. We have a tied ball game. Pinson had 5 home runs, though. Not known for his power. Only batted .257. 0 for 1. Stottlemyre has a quick word with his catcher as he wants to be on the same page with Jake Gibbs. Gibbs back behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch. The Doth Veda Pinson. And Stottlemyre deals the Doth one. A 5-7. Once again, a 7. Good God. 5-7. 2 outs, 2 on. Ground ball to Horace Clarke at second. And that's a 20. He fields it smoothly. Now he'll make the throw to Mantle. And that is a 9. Inning over. The Reds do get 1. And we go to the top of the 4th. 4-1 New York. Due up. Gibbs, Cox, and Stottlemyre. Let me go to the chat as I'm tormenting Clinton Parks. Earl, help me. Al has turned traitor. Is managing the Stankies. Join the dark side. Clinton Parks. Join the dark side, Clinton. They call for you, Clinton. Here's Joe Gibbs. The catcher's 0 for 1. Nolan deals to Gibbs. And it is a 310. Off the Gibbs card. Not a column of choice, though. 310. Nolan seems to be settling down. And just as I say that, Gibbs strikes it hard. And that's a single! So Jake Gibbs singles to start off the top of the 4th. Right up the middle, past the dive of Tommy Helms at second. So here's Bobby Cox. Cox is 0 for 1. Mel Stoudemire on deck. Corners are playing in. Cox will be swinging away, hopefully banging it past the drawn-in corners. The windup and the pitch from Nolan. Cox gets a 3-9 off the Bobby Cox card. 3-9. Ground ball to Cardenas. Over to Helms on to May. 2 for 1. Double play. Pitcher's best friend. I believe that's the second time he banged into a double play. So 2 outs, base is empty. Mel Stoudemire walked his first time up and then was promptly brought around the bases on the 2-run shot by Roy White. Nolan looking for revenge. Here's the pitch to Stoudemire. Stoudemire gets a 4-4. He wants more. 4-4. Can he help out the cause? This play will be for Johnny Bench. And that's a 20, a number in front of the plate. Bench grabs it, throws to May at first. And that's an 11. Low throw. And May digs it out for out number 3. Nice play by Lee May. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 Yankees. Or as Clinton Parks calls it, Stinkies. Clinton Parks, you gotta love this. Reds game at Great American Park by a team that played at Crosby Field. Let's just skip that cookie cutter. I like this new field the Reds have. That's why I chose it. The old fields are not in high def. And the field they had listed for the Reds was the cookie cutter. And I didn't like that at all. So I like this field better. I went with this one. It's my game. I like the grass. All right, due up for the Cincinnati Reds, trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Perez, Bench, and May. Tony Perez is 0 for 1. Does have a throwing error also. Here's the pitch to TP, Tony Perez. And Stoudemire deals Perez a 4-4 off the Stoudemire card. And that's going to be a fly ball out to guess who, the party boy, Joe Pepitone. 1 through 6 is a hit for Perez, and it is a 1. Pepitone will not get to this one. And let's see if there's an error on the throw in. And that's a 12. So it'll be a leadoff double as Pepitone finally gets to it and fires in towards Tresh as that ball burns Pepitone to left center field. And the fans give Pepitone a mock cheer. So Pepitone's waves back to them. Perez is at second. No outs for Johnny Bench, who's 0 for 1. One swing of the bat to pull the Reds to within 1. Stoudemire rocks and fires to Johnny Bench, future Hall of Fame catcher. And that is a 5-9 to Johnny Bench off the Stoudemire card. 5-9. Ground ball to Tresh at short. And that's a 19. So Tresh makes the backhanded play, and now we'll throw to Mantle. And that is a 9. And Mantle scoops it out of the dirt on the low throw by Tresh. Out number 1. Perez stays put at second. So 1 out. Lee May strides the plate. Tommy Helms is on deck. And we're going to walk Lee May and take our chances with the weaker hitting when it comes to home runs, Tommy Helms, and hope he bangs into a double play. So 1 out, 2 on. Helms represents a tying run at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. Stoudemire picks up the sign from Jake Gibbs. Here's the pitch to Tommy Helms. And that is a 2-8. Oh boy, it's a Helms column. Can he make them pay for walking May to get to Tommy Helms? 2-8. Reds fans hoping it will be great. And it is. It's a single to left. They're going to wave Perez around, and we will throw to the cutoff to keep the double play in order. It is 4-2. The Reds cut the lead in half. Clinton Park's getting a little more happy. And I'll bring up Leo Cardenas with Nolan on deck. Cardenas is 0 for 1. Gibbs wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Cardenas. And Leo gets a 2-7, another 7. And it's a Cardenas column. Is it a lucky 7? We shall see for which team. 2-7. Ground ball to short. Trush is up with it over to Clark on the mantle. Double play ends the inning. So Strat-O-Matic limits the damage to 1 run. We go to the top of the 5th. 4-2 Yankees. Due up for New York, the top of the order, Roy White, Horace Clark, and Joe Pepitone. Roy White, 2 for 2. He has tripled and homered. He is a single and double away from the cycle. Corners playing in. White, a B bunter. The windup and the pitch from Nolan. And White is dealt a 6-4 off the Gary Nolan card. 6-4. Fly ball out to center. And Vada Pinson. And Darth. That's a 9. He has a beat on it. Will he make the catch now? And that's a 10. I'm sorry, that's a 9. And he will make the running catch. 1 away. Nice play by Vada Pinson as he comes flying in for the ball and catches it knee high. 1 away. Horace Clark, second baseman, 0 for 2 with a ribby. He got a ribby on the ground out his first time up in the top of the 1st. Clark looking for the 3-4 column. He awaits the Nolan delivery. Here's the pitch. And Clark gets a 4-3. Column of choice for Clark. 4-3. 1 out, no one on. 4-2 Yankees. And that ball is hit hard. 1 through 15 is a single. It is a 7. So that's going to be a 1-out single for Horace Clark. As Nolan really not fooling anyone with that curveball. Clark just sat back on that thing. And here comes Joe Pepitone. He wants to make these Cincinnati Reds fans pay for that mock cheer when he got burnt to left for the double. Pepitone 1 for 2 with a home run. Pepitone looking for the 2-4 column. He really wants that 2 column. Pepitone digs in. He awaits the Nolan offering. Here's the pitch from Gary Nolan to the party animal, Joe Pepitone. That is a 1-6. Off the Pepitone card, not a column of choice. 1 out, 1 on. And Pepitone hits that ball hard. 1 through 10. It's a single. It's a 2. Pepitone gets his second hit. On the line, drive single. Right back up the middle. And Clark is held up at second. So 1 out, 2 on. Pepitone, like I said, gets his second hit. And he waves to the Cincinnati crowd. He doesn't care. And here's Mickey Mantle. Mantle's 0 for 2. And he has struck out once. Mantle hoping to turn back the hands of time. He did have 18 home runs in 68. Gary Nolan hoping for that double play ball to end the threat here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Mickey Mantle. And that is a 6. Again, a 7. Holy cow. 6-7. Off the Gary Nolan card, 6-7, 1 out, 2 on. And that's a fly ball lifted to center. Mantle just missed that. Pinson going back at the track, makes the catch. Clark bluffed but did not go. So 2 outs, 2 on, runners off on contact for Andy Costco. 1 for 1 with a walk. Clark with a 1 through 15 base running ability. Pepitone, 1 through 14. They'll get a little extra jump with 2 outs. 4-2 Yankees. Here's the pitch to Costco. And Costco has dealt from Nolan a 5-3 off the Nolan card. 5-3. What will it be? We shall see. And that's a hard hit ball right back at the pitcher. And that's an 11. He'll field it. And he'll make the throw to first. And that's an 18. And the inning is over. The Yankees threaten, but do not score. Nice play by Gary Nolan. And he will lead off things here in the bottom of the fifth, trailing by 2. So the Reds will have Nolan in the top of the order, Rose and Johnson to face Mel Strat-O-Matic. Strat-O-Matic so far through 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 2 runs. Nolan is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here's the pitch to Gary Nolan, and Strat-O-Matic deals him a 2-8. A 2-8 to Gary Nolan. And that will be a strikeout looking. Fastball hits the outside corner, 1 down. Here comes Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle, 1 for 1 with a walk. Switch hitter batting lefty. Here's the pitch to Rose. And it is a 4-8 to Charlie Hustle. 4-8. And it's a Rose column again. 4-8. And Rose will get a hit. And what a hit it'll be. As that's going to burn the outfield for extra bases. As it splits Pepitone and Costco to right center field. Rose hits second. He's going for third. Here's the relay throw. Head first slide. And Rose is safe. Dirt all over the chest of Pete Rose as he pops up and claps his hands together. So the tying run comes to the plate with 1 out. Rose at third, and it's Alex Johnson, 1 for 2. The Yankees start some bullpen work. He's 1 for 2 with a ribby. Here's the pitch to Johnson from Strat-O-Matic. And Johnson gets a 6-5 off the Strat-O-Matic card. 6-5. Ground ball to Treshat short. Over to Mantle. The run scores. There's 2 outs now, but the Reds get ever closer. It's 4-3. They pulled it within 1. Take care, Brian Ritchie. Take care, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, check out Brian Ritchie on Twitter. He is Appa Replay on Twitter. That's Appa Replay. And he gives wonderful updates on his Appa Card and Dice tournament and his Out of the Ballpark PC tournament. You go to his, he has Instagram, so you can go from his Twitter to his Instagram or his website page or blog page, whatever it's called. It's a lot of fun reading, and he has a video up on his Instagram explaining what's coming up on his network, we'll call it, on his gaming. So 2 outs, base is empty for Dav Avada Pinson, 0 for 2. Looking for the 2-4 column. Here's the pitch from Strat-O-Matic. And Dav Avada gets a 2-3. Column of choice. Reds are look to come roaring back, as that's a 2-3. As we say, what shall it be? And what it will be is a single to left. He goes the other way. Tying run at first. Strat-O-Matic struggling now. He was spotted a 4-run lead, but since then he has given up single runs in the bottom of the 3rd, 4th, and now the 5th. And here's Tony Perez, 1 for 2 with a double. He does have a throwing error, but that was erased on the double play ball. Perez had 18 homers and 68 to go along with a 282 batting average. 2 outs, Pinson, very good runner at first, 1 through 16, will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to TP, Tony Perez, and it is a 6-7, another 7. 6-7. Possible single. He has to roll a 1, though. Rolls a 15. Inning over. As he will ground out to third. But the Yankees score another. And we go to the top of the 6th as the Reds continue to creep closer and closer and closer. It's now 4-3. JD Moderator Extraordinaire in the chat. Check out JD's channel. The Politician Murders, his audiobook is up on YouTube. I got to check out the latest. I haven't listened to the latest chapter. I forgot. I keep talking about it. I got to listen to that after the game. Thank you very much, JD, for joining us. Happy Monday, soon to be Tuesday. As due up for the Yankees, who now only have a one-run lead, Tresh, Gibbs, and Bobby Cox. Tom Tresh is 0 for 2. He is a D bunter. And we're going to lay one down even if he's a D bunter. They're playing back. He's going to try to trick him. He puts it down. Nolan fields it. He fires to first, and they just get him on a bang-bang play. Nice job by Nolan. Cat-like quickness off that mound. Barehanded the ball through to May at first, one down. Jake Gibbs steps to plate 1 for 2 with a single. Here's the pitch to Gibbs from Nolan, and that is a 1-6. Column of choice for Jake. Can he get his second hit? 1-6. Yankees got to get the bats going once again. Ground ball, back to Nolan, over to May. 2 up, 2 down, so Nolan, like a none shall pass on that mound. Throws out the first 2 Yankees. 2 outs, base is empty for Bobby Cox. He's 0 for 2, and Bobby Cox is banged into, I believe it's 2 double plays. I'm almost positive of it. You don't see it up here. They don't show double plays. But I'm pretty sure it's 2 double plays. Can he get off the schneid, as we say? Here's the pitch to Cox from Nolan. And that is a 2-4. It's a Bobby Cox column. Will the Bobby Cox erupt? I'm so childish. 2-4. He shall not. As he pops out into foul territory at third, Tony Perez makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bench, May, and Helms due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Can they put up another 1 spot? They have done it in the prior 3 innings. If they do, it's a tie ball game. Johnny Bench is 0 for 2. Mel Stoudemire back up on the hill. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 runs. Bench, 15 home runs, 275 batting average, and 68. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench, future Hall of Fame catcher, and a member of the baseball bunch on Saturday. And that's 3-5, 55555. So that's a 5-10 off the Stoudemire card, 5-10. Ground ball to short and Tom Tresh. And that's a 20. Tresh comes up with it very smoothly. He throws over to Mickey Mantle. And that is a 14. And once again, the low throw scooped out of the dirt by Mantle. 1 away. Now bring up Lee May. May was intentionally walked his last time up, 0 for 1. 1 swing of the bat by May, who had 22 homers in 68, will tie this ball game up. Jake Gibbs goes out to have a word with Mel Stoudemire. Back behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Lee May. He's looking to drive one out, and he'll get a 4. Guess what? 7. Another 7. 4-7, and it's off the May card column of choice. 4-7, 1 out, no one on. 4-3 Yankees. Strike 3 looking. Curveball throws him. So 2 outs. No one on for Tommy Helms. He's 1 for 2 with a ribby. He singled when they walked May to get to him. Trying to keep the inning alive now. Yankees and Stoudemire looking for the 1-2-3. Here's the pitch to Tommy Helms, a future Red Sox. And that is a 5-9 to Helms off the Stoudemire card. 5-9. Ground ball to Tresh once again. And that's a 10. He backhands it. Throws to Mantle. And that's an 11. Side retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-3 New York. Can New York hold on? Can New York hold on and punch their ticket to the Elite Eight? As Clinton Park's still incensed that I'm managing the Yankees. Due up for the Yankees, Stoudemire, White, and Clark. I think we're going to stick with Strat-O-Matic. Just look to see what we have for pitchers. Bill Mambo Kett. Yeah, we're not bringing him in. John Wyatt, another former Red Sox. 274, 2 saves. McDaniel, 175. Oh, I like that. 10 saves. 1L. I got a lot of righties, though, but still, 175 earned run average. McDaniel. Wyatt, 7R. That's why I activated him. But he has a 2.7, but he's tough on righties. We might go to Wyatt. I think we're going to go pinch hitter. We're going to go pinch hitter for Strat-O-Matic. His day's done. Can only win it, can't lose it. Gone 6 innings. It's given up 3 runs, 7 hits. I think we're going to go to Bill Robinson. Robinson, 240. We're going to go Bill Robinson for Strat-O-Matic to pinch hit. So Bill Robinson will pinch hit. Mel Strat-O-Matic's day is done. He batted 240 and 68. 6 homers, 40 RBI. And Strat-O-Matic for his complete numbers. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, walked 2, struck out 3. He can win it. He cannot lose it. And Bill Robinson's looking for the 1-4. Looking to get things going here in the top of the 7th. The Yankees with a 4-3 lead. Nolan deals to Robinson. And Bill Robinson has a 3-8 off his card. Not a column of choice, though. 3-8. And that's a fly ball to Johnson in left. He has a beat on it, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Top of the order now, Roy White, 2 for 3 with a triple and a home run. Switch hitter batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Nolan. Corners move in to protect against the bunt hit. Perez in at third, May in at first. Here's the pitch to Roy White, and that is a 6-9 off the Gary Nolan card. 6-9, 1 out, no one on. 4-3 Yankees. Ground ball to short and Cardenas. And that is a 15. Cardenas scoops the ball up smoothly, throws over to May at first. And that is an 8 for out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. Top of the 7th, 4-3 lead for the Yankees. Here comes Horace Clarke. He's 1 for 3 with a ribby. He knocked a run in the top of the 1st on a ground out. That's how the Yankees scored their first run. Then Joe Pepitone homered. Pepitone's on deck. Clarke looking for the 3-4 out of the left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch to Clarke from Nolan. And Nolan deals Horace Clarke a 3-9. Column of choice for Clarke, 3-9. Can he get to Pepitone? And he will. As Clarke keeps the inning alive, he singles the other way. He's now 2 for 4. And here comes Joe Pepitone, the party boy. 2 for 3 with a homer. Clarke with an 85% chance of stealing second, and we're sending him. 1 through 17, as Nolan's god-awful at holding runners on. 28% chance of getting the proper lead. We're going to attempt to steal. He's running. Bench needs an 18 or higher. And it's oh, Johnny Bench, what a throw, inning over. It's a 19. As Cardenas what a laser Bench throws. Clarke is gunned out at second. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and Pepitone will be at the plate for the top of the 8th. Wow, what a throw by Johnny Bench as he pumps his fist and goes back to the dugout. Well, let's read the trivia question as I warm up my voice, for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. What year did Jackie Robinson break the color barrier in the major leagues? What year did Jackie Robinson break the color barrier in the major leagues? 1947, right? After the war. What year did Jackie Robinson break the color barrier in the major leagues? An unfortunate time in American history. God, I want to say it's 47. Why is that? I don't think that's right, though, but that sticks in my head. Clinton Park says it's 47. All right. If Clinton says it's 47, I know I'm right. Let's check it out. 47. I'm right. All right. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back. Root, root, root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And I shall be back in a moment. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. And I think we're going to go. With righty, possibly a pinch hitter for Nolan. Rose is a switcher, righty, left. Then we got a bunch of righties. You know what? I think we're going to go with McQueen. Oh, that's the wrong team. Back to Vision. So I think we're going to go with McDaniel. And the 175 ERA. And then we'll wait for John Wyatt, excuse me. Very tough on righties. I'm going to go with the lower ERA. Though a 7R, it's got to be just automatic outs, wouldn't you think? I'm just taking a quick look at his card. It's not that outstanding. It's not that bad either, though. Not a lot of... John White will come in the bottom of the 7th. As he's very tough on right-handers. Cardenas is a right-hander. Nolan, the pitcher, is on deck. He might be a call back. And then third in the inning is Pete Rose, a switch hitter, so he'll stay to the left side. John Wyatt, the former Red Sox. In fact, he was on the Red Sox in '67. 2 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, 2.74 earned run average in 49 innings pitched, striking out 42, walking 26, giving up 5 home runs. He'll face Leo Cardenas, who's 0 for 2. Cardenas is called back for Mac Jones. And Mac Jones for the Cincinnati Reds in 68, 252, 10 home runs. Oh boy. And 34 ribbies. All right, John Wyatt sets and delivers to Mac Jones. Will he be Mac the Knife? We shall see. That's a 1-7. Shocking, I rolled a 7. 1-7. Column of choice for Mac Jones. Ground ball. Could get through the infield. It's an 8. And that's going to get past the dive and be a single. Diving attempt by Clark goes up the middle. The tying run is at first base. As joining us in the chat, William Fergazy. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. He says, I'm old too. Baseball memory is good, though. Wonderful. Glad to have you here, Mr. William Fergazy. Forget about it. Or don't forget about it, actually. So I'm suspecting Jones will steal. Gary Nolan's at the plate. He's an A bunter. Corners are in. And they call him back. And it's going to be Fred Whitfield, another lefty, and that's it for Wyatt. As they went lefty galore, and then Pete Rose is on deck. So that strategy didn't work. And Whitfield batted .257, 6 homers and 32 ribbies in 68. And that's it for John Wyatt. The former Red Sox is done. We're going to go to McDaniel. And here comes Lindy McDaniel, the righty who's tough on lefties. 4-1, 10 saves, 1.75 earned run average, and 51 innings pitched. Gave up 5 home runs. Looking for the double play ball. Mantle doesn't look like he's holding on. Why are we not holding on? As we should be holding on. Mantle holding on Jones now. Drops that down to 55% chance of stealing second. Corners. So Mantle will bounce off the bag and charge in. Cox in at third. Here's the pitch to Whitfield. Whitfield looking for the 3-4. McDaniel deals. And it is a 4. So it'll be a column of choice for Whitfield. 4s across the board. 4-8. Off the McDaniel card. But it's not a lucky 8. Strike 3. Got him with the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger. Set him up nice with the off speed. 1 down. And here comes Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose 2 for 2 with a triple and a base on balls. Tying run at first base. Mantle holding on Jones. McDaniel rubs up the baseball. Back up on the hill. Toes the rubber. Peers in at Jake Gibbs. He sets and deals to Pete Rose. Rose looking for the 1-3 column. Can he keep his perfect hit streak going here in this game? He'll get a 6-8. So Charlie Hustle gets a 6-8 off the McDaniel card. The Yankees hoping to turn 2, 6-8. Jones at first, 1 out. Strike 3! Swing and a miss. He challenged Rose with a high fastball. Blew it by him. Take care, JD. Thank you for stopping by. Peace. God bless, my friend. So 2 outs, tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate. And the number 2 batter, Alex Johnson, who is 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies, strides to the plate. Lindy McDaniel takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. He kicks and fires to Johnson. And Johnson gets column of choice 1-6. 1-6. Jones, a good base runner at first, 1 through 14, and that's a single. Johnson gets his second hit. He singles to right, and they hold up Jones at second. So 2 outs, tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. 4-3 Yankees here in Cincinnati. Bottom of the 7th, and Doff Vada Pinson steps to the plate. 1 for 3 for Pinson. Pinson looking for the 2-4 column. McDaniel kicks and fires to Pinson, and it is a 5-6 off the Lindy McDaniel card. 5-6, hoping to get out of this inning here. Runners will be off on contact. Strike 3, curveball, got him, side, retired. I believe he struck out the side. Reds threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-3 Yankees. Yankees 6 outs away from punching their ticket to the Elite 8. Joe Pepitone was at the plate when I believe it was Horace Clark who was thrown out at second. When Johnny Bench needed an 18 or better, he rolled a 19 and he gunned out Clark. And now in at shortstop for the Reds is Chico Ruiz, 259, 9 ribbies. Jones is in center. He has a -1 arm. I think everything else is the same. So here's Joe Pepitone, 2 for 3 with a home run. He's having some good-natured ribbing back and forth with the Reds fans. Pepitone looking for that 2 column. He'd like to go yard again. Here's the pitch to the party boy, Joe Pepitone. He's going to get a 4. And guess what? 7. Shocking. 4, 7. And he works a walk, so Pepitone gets on. That's a big insurance run at first. 80% chance of stealing. And Mickey Mantle's at the plate. Mantle is 0 for 3. And Mantle's going to drop down a sacrifice bunt. I know that's sacrilege, but he's 0 for 3. And we want to get this runner in scoring position. He bunts it. And coming in from third is Perez. Throws to first. They get Mantle, but Pepitone moves into scoring position. Good job by Mickey Mantle, showing he's a team player. So Pepitone 1 through 14 base runner. Huge insurance run at second. Here comes Andy Costco 1 for 2. He's also walked once. On deck is Tom Tresh. And Bob Lee's the new pitcher. I forgot to mention that. I apologize. Let's cancel this and let's do Lee. 2 wins, 4 losses, 3 saves. Earned run average 5.15 in 1968. And now he'll deal to Costco. And they walk Costco, so they were not going to pitch to him, I guess. They set up the double play ball for the weak-hitting shortstop Tom Tresh. He's 0 for 3. Let's go to our bench. First, let's make sure. Oh, boy. We got Rocky Colavito on the bench, though he's better against lefties, but we got Rocky Colavito on the bench. Let's make sure. Gene Michaels can play short. Oh, he's an E52. I don't think that's good. Who else can play short? Nope. Dick Hauser. E36. That's got to be better, right? So we got two future Yankee managers there, Hauser and Michael. Ferrero, he can play third. Fernandez, catcher, right fielder. And Rocky Colavito is an outfielder with a good arm. He's got to come in defensively, that's for sure. -3. Okay. What's Tresh defensively? Well, he's an E44. It's not like he's stellar. So we can put Hauser. We'll put Hauser in at short. All right, who grabs the bat? That's the next question. Colavito 220 with 5 home runs, 13 ribbies. Fernandez 170. Ferrero 161. Hauser 153. Michaels 198. Smith 229. We're going to go with Rocky Colavito. What the heck? So Rocky Colavito will pinch hit. And he'll probably stay in the game. Actually, he will stay in the game. He's got a -3 arm. So we'll figure out what we'll do with Rocky Colavito. So here's Rocky Colavito in 1968. Played for the Yankees. That's got to be at the end of his career. 220. 5 homers, 13 ribbies. And off a righty. It looks like he wants that 3 column. So Lee will deal with Colavito. 1 out. Pepitone's at second. Costco's at first. Colavito digs in, looking for something he can drive. The windup and the pitch from Lee to Rocky Colavito. And it's a 3! And a 6. Can Rocky Colavito turn back the hands of time? And oh boy, you gotta love Rocky Colavito. 3-6. 1 through 12 is a homer. Anything else is a triple. It's a 5! Rocky Colavito goes boom! A 3-run homer for the Yankees. And they take a commanding 7-3 lead as Rocky Colavito comes off the bench, mashes a ball to right, and the sounds of silence are heard here in Cincinnati. It is a 7-3 ball game as Rocky Colavito touches them all. Oh my Lord, what a job by Rocky Colavito. Complete jubilation in that Yankee dugout. And if there was instant replay, I'd show it again. Rocky Colavito comes through in the clutch. Oh, wow. The Rock has just probably knocked out the Cincinnati Reds. So 1 out, base is empty, and here comes Jake Gibbs, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Lee, who is shell-shocked on the mound. And that is a 3-6 to Jake Gibbs. Jake Gibbs, I believe he is the lost Gibbs brother. So that's 3-6, excuse me. 3-6 off the Gibbs card. Not a column of choice. He'll ground to Ruiz at short, who throws to May after he knocked the ball down. He basically fumbled it around, but plenty of time to throw out the slow catcher. So 2 down. Here comes Bobby Cox, who's 0 for 3, banged into 2 double plays. Here's the pitch to Cox, and that is a 111. 111 off the Bobby Cox card. He can't bang into a double play at least. And he might even get a hit. 1 through 6 is a single. He gets a 2. Bobby Cox gets off the schneid with a single with 2 outs. And now bring it to McDaniel. And McDaniel will stay in to pitch. So he's swinging away. We have a 7-3 lead. And McDaniel, he of the 1.75 earned run average. Again, I activated him. The computer didn't have him active, but 1.75, 10 saves, I'll take that. So 2 outs, Cox will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Liddy McDaniel. And that is a 4-3 off the Bob Lee card. 4-3. Fly ball out to right. Rose has a beat on it. Oop, wrong thing. 20-sided dice roll. And that's a 7. Rose goes into his dive. Will he make the catch? That's a 9. He dives. He shows the ball to the man in blue. And what a catch by Pete Rose. Inning over, saving extra base hits. What an embarrassment that would have been. Liddy McDaniel. That could have been a triple if Rose doesn't make the catch, as it would have been by him. But instead, Rose makes a web gem. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-3 thanks to the Rocky Colavito home run. And Colavito will stay in the game. Let's just figure out who our weakest outfielder is. Who's in right? I know White has he has a +2 arm. Costco has a 0 arm. Pepitone has a +1 arm. Oh, God. Colavito, where can Colavito play? He can play right or left. Well, Costco has a 0 arm. Colavito will stay in to play left. So what's his range? This could... I know he has the -3 arm. -14. He's an E14. What's White? White's really good, E1. So he's going to get to pretty much every ball. What's Pepitone? Pepitone's good too. Better than that. Costco, E13. So Rocky Colavito, it's just one worse, I guess, right? But he's got a -3 arm. I wish I understood the range better. Once I see it, obviously I see a player, I know if he has good range or bad range. Bunting D, where's defense? E14 -3. -3. You know what? I want to put Colavito in the game. I'm not quite sure about his range, though. He's a good defensive outfielder. I don't remember him with great range. We need a shortstop. Hauser's going to go into play short. You know what? We're going to stand pat. Hauser could go in. You know what? No. We're going to... Colavito will go into play right. He's got a -3 arm. Hauser will go into play short. Take the place of Costco in the batting order. And that's what we're going to do. So Colavito's in right with a -3 arm. And Hauser's at short. And McDaniel's back out on the mound. He'll face Perez, Bench, and May. A lot of big boom bats there for the Reds. With a 7-3 lead thanks to a 3-run homer in the top of the 8th by Rocky Colavito. Perez 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch for McDaniel. And that is a 4 and a 9. 4-9. Column of choice for Perez. 4-9. And that's a chance for a single, but we need a 1. Oh, wow, we get a 2. Ground ball, Hauser dives, pops up, throws the mantle, 1 away. Yankees 5 outs away from the Elite 8. Here's Johnny Bench, the catcher's 0 for 3. McDaniel wants to work quickly and stay in the rhythm. Gibbs sets a target. Here's the pitch to Johnny Bench, and that's a 3-4 off the bench card. Not a column of choice, though, 3-4. And he'll fly out to Roy White in left. That's 2 outs. Yankees 4 outs away from the Elite 8. And here's Lee May, 0 for 2 with a walk. McDaniel looks in at Gibbs. Gibbs sets the target. Here's the pitch to Lee May. And that is a 4-8 to Lee May. Column of choice for May off the McDaniel card. 4-8, 2 outs, base is empty. 7-3 Yankees. Strike 3 on the curveball. Got him looking. Side. Retired. The Yankees 3 outs away from going to the Elite 8 in our 1968 one-and-done playoff tournament. Due up the top of the order, Roy White, Horace Clarke, and Joe Pepitone. White 2 for 4 with a home run. Corners playing in. Perez in at third. May in at first. And Lee still on the mound. The man who gave up the 3-run homer. Bob Lee rocks and fires. And it is a 6-6 to White. So it's off the Lee card. And that'll be a strikeout looking. 1 down. As he wants to keep it a 4-run deficit. Here's Horace Clarke, 2 for 4 with a ribby. Left-handed batter. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Clarke. Lee deals Clarke a 4-9. 4-9. Column of choice for Clarke off the Lee card. 4-9. And that'll be a fly ball out to Johnson. Left, he's there, waits for it to come down, squeezes the glove for out number 2. And here's Joe Pepitone, 2 for 3 with a home run. Pepitone digs in the left-hander's batter's box. The Paisans have gone deep, Pepitone and Colavito. He awaits the Lee offering. Here's the pitch to party boy Joe Pepitone, and it is a 3-10. Off the Pepitone card, not a column of choice. 3-10. Hard hit ball to May. He's up with it. Races to the bag. Steps on it. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Reds trail by 4, 7-3. Liddy McDaniel's on the mound for the Yankees. The Yankees are 3 outs away. As William Fergazzi says, I'll put Rocky Colavito in right. And then he says, good moves, good moves. Thank you, my friend. I have to ask, I got to ask Bleacher Bums Gaming. I'm not, and I'm lucky because I have the PC game and I enjoy rolling the dice. And I got that from our good friend Clinton Parks because he rolls his own dice. And it's a lot of fun. I do like Strat-O-Matic. I wish they'd have some sales. Obviously, I like Out of the Ballpark Baseball the best, but I do enjoy this. But I'm not quite sure, because I haven't taken the time. I actually still have my old game. I should actually look at the chart. I think the lower the numbers, obviously, are better, But the range, I'm still not sure on. Once I see the player once on a range play, I know if he has good range or bad range. So, all right, last-ditch effort for the Reds. Helms, Jones, and Ruiz. Tommy Helms 1 for 3, the future Red Sox with a one ribby. But he's called back for Pat Corrales, who became a manager of the Indians. Pat Corrales. There's a name from the past. Corrales, 268. My God, they had a lot of good hitters on this team for 1968. 268. And that's like a mega average when you look at some of these other averages in 68. No homers, 6 ribbies. He just wants to get on. So, Liddy, again, looking to get 3 outs and move on to the Elite 8. Here's the sign. Gibbs sets the target. Here's the pitch to Pat Corrales from Liddy McDaniel, and it is a 2, and guess what? I rolled a 7. So it's off the Corrales card, not a column of choice. Lots of 7s I've rolled tonight. And you know what that is? Another strikeout for Liddy. Swing and a miss. This time he goes the reverse, sets him up with a curveball, blows the fastball by him. Yankees 2 outs away. Much silence here in Cincinnati. Yankees up on the top rung of the dugout steps. And here comes Mac Jones, 1 for 1. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to Jones. And it is a 1-5 to Mac Jones. Column of choice. Can he pick up his second hit? 1-5 for Mac the Knife. And he will get his second hit. Whether a double or a single, we shall see. And that is a double. He strikes that ball very well. That line drive, no one's catching that. Pepitone could have been on justified. He is not getting that ball, as that's off the wall. A 1-out double. That run means nothing. And here comes Chico Ruiz. He came in to play defense, getting his first at-bat of the game. And he will not get his first at-bat of the game, as Don Paveltek will come in. Paveltek batted .286. 2 homers, 11 ribbies. Right-handed batter. 1 out, runner at second. Yankees 2 outs away. Reds just want to keep the line moving. Here's the pitch from McDaniel to Paveltek. And Liddy McDaniel deals Paveltek a 6-9. I forgot to click on this. So a 6-9. It'll be off the McDaniel card. 6-9. Runner at second, 1 away. Ground ball to Dick Hauser at short. And he's actually worse at range than Tresh. 1 through 6 is a hit. And it's a 1! Paveltek comes through with a pinch hit single. They're moving the line. And that will score the runner from second. And let's see if there's an error on the throw in. And that's an 8. No error on the throw back in. But it's now a 7-4 ball game. That ball sneaks its way through the infield. Paveltek at first. Pete Rose comes to plate. He's 2 for 3. Yankees get their bullpen up. Rose has a triple. Paveltek, not a speedy base runner. Mantle playing behind him. Double play ball ends the ball game here. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. And Liddy deals Rose, Charlie Hustle, a 6-9. And again, this is off the Liddy McDaniel card. 6-9. Weren't we just there? It's another play, oh boy, to Dick Hauser. And that's a 12. And that's going to be an out as long as he doesn't throw the ball away. He fields it. And the throw is an 11. And that's a G3. I believe he goes to first on that. So Hauser throws to first, out number 2. Paveltek moves up to second. The Yankees 1 out away from a victory and advancing to the Elite 8. And here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson's 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Gibbs and the pitching coach go out to McDaniel. Just want to make sure he's all right. He says he's fine. McDaniel has gone 3 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, and he struck out 5, no walks. He'd love to get a final strikeout, end this game in style. Johnson 2 for 4, 2 ribbies, looking for the 1-2 column. McDaniel rocks and fires to Johnson. It is a 1-3 column of choice for Johnson. Can he move the line? 1-3. What will it be? We shall see. Ground ball to Mantle. Mantle throws to McDaniel, steps on the bag. Ball game over. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees punch their ticket to the Elite Eight with a 7-4 victory. What a ball game here in Cincinnati. As William Fergazzi says, maybe go to Hamilton. We stuck with McDaniel. That was a good choice, though, William. We did stick with Liddy McDaniel, and it worked out. As you know by my name, I am definitely not a Yankee fan, but I did manage them. I managed all lower seeds in tournament play, unless it's the Red Sox. I always manage the Red Sox. It was a lot of fun. I got to see Joe Pepitone hit a homer and Rocky Colavito. As Colavito waves to the fans who are throwing things at him. I'm sorry, Pepitone, not Colavito. Pepitone waves to the fans as he was having some good-natured ribbing. Let's get the box score and call it a stream. So we're done with the Sweet 16. We'll move on to the Elite Eight. As William Fergazzi says, good job, Al. Well, I tip my cap to you, William Fergazzi, for that nice comment. Let's bring the box score up. Oh, wow, it's up already. It's fit to the screen. All right, so that must have meant that the player cards must have been huge, but that's okay. Must not have disrupted the game that much. Alrighty, let's go to the box score. The winning pitcher, Mel Stoudemire, he struggled really. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 3. We went to John Wyatt, who didn't retire anybody. He gave up a hit, and we quickly yanked him. The ball went to Liddy McDaniel, who went 3 solid innings. He picks up the save. 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He struck out 5, walked none. Great job by Liddy McDaniel. The Yankees move on. The losing pitcher, Gary Nolan, and he had an under 3 ERA, but the Yankees roughed him up. 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 1. He gave up 2 home runs to the first one to Pepitone, and the second one to Roy White. I'm pretty sure of that. Yep. And then coming in the game was Bob Lee. Not the ESPN announcer, not the football player. He went 2 innings, and they weren't good. 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. It was a 3-run blast by the pinch hitter, Rocky Colavito. He walked 2 and struck out 1. So the home runs for the Yankees, Pepitone, White, and Rocky Colavito. And that was the blast that put the final 3 nails in the Cincinnati Reds' coffin here in the Sweet 16. The Reds will stay home. The Yankees will move on. And we're going to give you the second round matchups before we leave. Clinton Park says, what was it that Wild Thing said to Randy Quaid in Major League 2? I don't really remember Major League 2. I like Major League 1, so I don't know. All right. Player of the game. We're going to go with co-players of the game, Liddy McDaniel for the save and Rocky Colavito for the 3-run homer. Pinch hit 3-run homer. And Roy White. Joe Pepitone, honorable mention. So we have 3 players of the game. Roy White, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies. Horace Clarke, 2 for 5, 1 RBI. Joe Pepitone, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored in a ribby. Mantle, he struggled 0 for 3. We're going to have to drop him down in the lineup. If I'm managing them the next time, I might not be. Actually, I probably will be, unless it's against the Red Sox. Kind of hoping it's not. I'd like to manage them again. It was fun. Costco 1 for 2 of the runs scored. Hauser came in to play defense at short, didn't get that bat. Tresh was 0 for 3. He was awful at the plate. Colavito, the clutch pinch hit 3-run homer. Jake Gibbs, 1 for 4. Bobby Cox banged into 2 double plays. Finally got a hit when it didn't matter, 1 for 4. But maybe it gives him some confidence moving forward. Stoudemire was 0 for 1 with a run scored. He walked and scored on the Roy White homer. And Bill Robinson, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Wyatt came in to pitch. He didn't get anybody out. He didn't have an at-bat. And Liddy had 1 at-bat. He was 0 for 1. The Yankees in victory, 34 at-bats, 7 runs, 10 hits, 7 RBIs. They hit 3 home runs, Pepitone, White, and Colavito. Colavito, again, being the blast that put the final 3 nails in the Cincinnati Reds coffin. 3-run pinch hit home run. Rose for the Reds, 2 for 4 and a run scored. Johnson, 2 for 5 and 2 ribbies. Pinson, 1 for 4. Lee pitched, did not hit. Perez, 1 for 4 with a run scored, I'm sorry. Bench, awful game, 0 for 4. And Lee May, so 2 power hitters. May was 0 for 3. They were 0 for 7 combined. Tommy Helms, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Pat Corrales, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Cardenas, the shortstop, 0 for 2. Mac Jones, who pinch hit and would get 2 hits as he stayed in the game, was 2 for 2 with a run scored. Gary Nolan was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Whitfield, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Ruiz came in to play defense, did not hit. He was pinch hit by Palvatek, and he was 1 for 1 with a ribby. The Reds in defeat, 36 at-bats, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 4 RBIs. And we'll end the game. And let's just give you the second round matchups, if you bear with me a moment. Oh, I forgot to say thank you to people in the chat. How rude of me. Thank you to Clinton Parks. As Clinton Parks says, you'll have to look up Trader. And thank you to William Fergazzi. Herb Pilgrim, that was for you, Herb. I know you're a Yankee fan. I think I did a stellar job. JD, who left a little earlier, thank you very much, my friend. Check out his channel. Check out Clinton Parks' channel. I'm just scrolling up. And Brian Ritchie was in here earlier. Check him out on Twitter, Appa Replay. Thank you to Tribes Fan. Check out his channel. He does his updates on his 1967 Mets card and dice Strat-O-Matic on his YouTube channel. Thank you to Ken Castro, sports writer extraordinaire. And that's everybody. Thank you very much. If you watched and didn't jump in the chat, that's great too. If you liked, hit the like button. As William Fergazzi says, good night from Cape Cod. Excellent. William, if you want to hold on for 1 second, I'm going to show you the second round matchups. It's up to you guys, but I'm going to show it to you. Bear with me a moment, as we'll get this up on the channel in a moment as I go to open existing tournament. As I go to my 1968 one and done. And let's go to the second round matchups now. And let me make sure you guys can see this. And you should be able to see this shortly. It looks like, yeah, okay, you will be able to see it. So, game 1 will be Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. In round 1, we had American League, National League. That's how we had it. But round 2, I don't think it lets me reseed, or I'd still do that. But it's going to be Detroit versus the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox, and that's a 1-13 matchup. And I will be playing as the Chicago White Sox. And then, oh boy, Game 2 is the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Yankees, so I'll be playing as the Yankees again. And then Game 3, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus my beloved Boston Red Sox, so I'll be the number 7 Red Sox. And, oh, I get to be the Cubs this time, too. Excellent. So this time I get to be the Cubs, and that's going to be the Indians versus the Cubs in Cleveland. So those are the matchups. Game 1, Detroit versus the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago White Sox. So that's a 1-13. The White Sox, the lowest seed still remaining. And then game 2, the number 2 St. Louis Cardinals versus the number 9 Yankees. I'll be managing the Yankees in that one. And then game 3, the Baltimore Orioles, the 3 seed, taking on the 7th-seeded Boston Red Sox. I'll be managing Yastrzemski and the Sox, and Hawk Harrelson and Rico Petrocelli. And game 4, the number 5 Cleveland Indians take on the number 6 Chicago Cubs in Cleveland, and I'll be managing the Cubbies. So it's going to be a lot of fun. As for Gage says, great, you get to manage the Yanks. Yes, I will. All right, so thank you very much, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a lot of fun. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have some Out of the Ballpark. We're going to give you another Chris Sale start in our play-along, play-through, play-ahead 2018 season. And then, if enough time permitting, there'll be a double-header, and we're going to give you another game from Ted Williams' Swan Song season in Out of the Ballpark 19. So, all righty. Thank you very much. Take care. Till next. Oh, Herb Pilgrim says, we'll have you in pinstripes another day now, Al. Any day now. I'm sorry. So let me read. I butchered that. Herb Pilgrim says, we'll have you in pinstripes any day now, Al. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed it. Plus, I was teasing my good friend Clinton Parks just a bit. As Clinton says, I'll be cheering for Bullet Bob Gibson, of course. Well, Gibby pitched in game 1. So, Clinton, if you'd like, you can tell me who you want the game 2 pitcher to be in the chat. So, take a look at the 68 team and leave me a comment on this once this stream uploads. So, thank you very much again, gentlemen. And I'm going to go very slow because Clinton says some of my send-off is getting cut off. So I'm going to go very slow with my send-off. Health and happiness. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Watch out for the big left hook. God bless. And peace! Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Watch out for the big left hook. God